Good day, everyone. Today we're going to explore how diversity influences tourism experiences. Okay, so biodiversity it refers to the variety of life forms and ecosystems. So it is the heart of many traveler experiences. In the context of Philippines, are diverse natural wonders from the Banawi rice terraces to the Tubataha reefs draw millions of tourists annually. So here in Bohol, we have the world famous chocolate hills and the tertiary sanctuary and the pristine beaches like Anda and Panglao. So these natural assets not only fascinate visitors but also support economic growth and community livelihoods. Okay, so we're going to explore how natural diversity creates unforgettable travel experiences and drives sustainable economic growth worldwide. So, why biodiversity matters for tourism? So, there are two reasons here. First, global foundation. Biodiversity forms the backbone of nature-based tourism, drawing millions to explore coasts, forests, mountains, as we have discussed in the previous discussion, and protected wilderness areas worldwide. The second one, why biodiversity is important in tourism, because of the experience quality. So, health ecosystems directly enhance tourism quality and uniqueness, enabling incredible wildlife watching, underwater adventures, and authentic nature encounters. So, again, biodiversity is the backbone of tourism, especially in nature based destinations. Tourists flock to the Philippines for its coral reefs, okay, marine sanctuaries, mountains, and forests. In Bohol, health ecosystems enhance experiences such as diving in Balikasag Island, bird watching in Raha Sikatuna National Park, or visiting the Lobok River. So, without the rich biodiversity, these experiences would lose their charm and uniqueness. Biodiversity also drives economic growth. For example, we have annual global revenue of $343 billion in the area of tourism and hospitality industry. So, according to WTTC, the year 2022, wildlife tourism's contribution to the world economy. Again, we have $343 billion annually related to tourism and related to the natural resources because of its biodiversity. And also, it supported or provided job opportunities with 22 million employment. Okay, employment opportunities created by nature-based tourism worldwide. So this 22 million, um, it is focused on the employability in relation to nature-based tourism worldwide. So again, biodiversity also fuels the economy. Nationally, ecotourism and wildlife-based tourism contribute significantly to the Philippine economy, providing thousands of jobs in local communities. For example, whale shark tourism in Uslob, Cebu. I think you are familiar with that one. It generates substantial income for locals, though it also raises sustainability issues. Also, think it is in Luwai, we also have a whale shark there. In Bohol, tourism linked to biodiversity support thousands of workers, from tour guides to boat operators in Panglao and homestay owners. For instance, the Tertiary Sanctuary attracts thousands of visitors yearly and providing income while raising awareness about conservation. Now let's proceed to the biodiversity, the heart of nature-based tourism. So every species, every ecosystems, every natural wonder tells a story that captivates travelers and creates a lasting memories. So every Philippine ecosystems tells a unique story. Okay? Tourists remember their encounters with rare animals like the Philippine eagle or quiet wonder of mangrove forests in coastal towns. In Bohol, travelers often speak fondly of their Lubbock River cruise, the sight of fireflies in Abatan River, or diving among colorful corals in Anda. So these experiences leave lasting impressions precisely because of the biodiversity that makes them possible. Also, tourism as a conservation ally. Why? Because of two things. First, revenue generation. Tourism entrance fees and concessions directly fund protected area management, habitat restoration, and anti-poaching operations. Same with Anda. As you visit Anda, there is a environmental fee. So those funds will be used to preserve the environment. They have maintained the cleanliness of the coastal areas. Also, community incentives. Sustainable tourism creates a powerful economic motivations for local communities to actively conserve biodiversity rather than exploit natural resources. Okay? So the community also receives incentives because of tourism. So tourism can be a powerful partner in conservation. Example, in the Philippines, entrance fees from parks like the Puerto Princesa Underground River help fund conservation programs. Here in Bohol, tourism fees collected from visiting marine sanctuaries in Panglao and Inanda are used for reef protection and community projects. For locals, ecotourism provides an alternative to destructive practices like dynamite fishing or illegal logging, making conservation more attractive and sustainable. Now, we have an equation here: infrastructure plus biodiversity equals tourism success. Okay, they called it the Costa Rica model in Costa Rica. So here, there's a comprehensive studies reveals that biodiversity richness combined with accessible infrastructure creates a powerful formula that significantly boosts both tourism visitor numbers and economic revenue. Also, there's a strategic investment must carefully balance the modern infrastructure development with rigorous biodiversity conservation to ensure long-term tourism sustainability and success. So when there's someone who will build an infrastructure, at the same time they will preserve the natural environment or the natural resources, there will be a success in the industry, for example in tourism. So tourism success happens when biodiversity and infrastructure support each other, just like in the example in Costa Rica. This is a global model, but we also see it here in the Philippines. For example, Palawan's eco lodges balance the comfort with the environmental sustainability. In Bohol, the development of Panglao International Airport opened doors for more tourists, but the challenge is ensuring that increased numbers don't harm marine life or fragile ecosystems. Strategic planning is needed so growth benefits both people and the environment. There's also a risk of ignoring the biodiversity. Okay. First is the extinction crisis, and the second was the ecosystem damage. For the extinction crisis, one in four species faces extinction risk, directly threatening the natural attractions and wildlife experiences that tourism fundamentally depends upon. The second one is the ecosystem damage. Unregulated and poorly managed tourism can severely damage fragile ecosystems, creating an urgent need for sustainable practices that actively protect biodiversity. So again, when we ignore the biodiversity, it has a real dangers. So one in four species is at risk of extinction worldwide. And the Philippines is a biodiversity hotspot, meaning many species are already endangered. In Bohol, if mangroves are cleared or corals are destroyed due to unregulated tourism, attractions like firefly tours and scuba diving would vanish. So, poorly managed tourism could damage the very resources that sustain the industry. This is why sustainable practices must be enforced. So what we're going to do is to have the nature positive tourism. First, we need to have a global vision, and the second one, we need to have a business action. For global visions, the UNWTO and the WTTC's ambitious nature positive. It is an initiative aims to completely halt biodiversity loss by 2030 through responsible tourism practices. Not just for the global vision, but also we need to have a business action. Tourism companies worldwide are implementing innovative measures to reduce environmental footprints, educate visitors, and actively support ecosystems restoration efforts. So globally, initiatives like the UNWTO's Nature Positive Tourism aims to halt biodiversity loss by 2030. In the Philippines, projects such as marine protected areas and parks are aligned with this goal. For example, Apo Island in Negros is a successful model of community-led marine conservation through tourism. In Bohol, municipalities like Baclayon and Anda are working to balance tourism with reef protection, showing how local communities can lead the way. For in the part of world impact, community and conservation, we need to have a win-win situation. Okay, so we already see win-win situation in the Philippines. In Dunsol, Sorsogon, whale shark tourism provides jobs while also protecting the species. In Bohol, firefly watching along the Abatan and Lubok rivers gives income to both operators while encouraging the protection of mangroves. Okay? And community-based tourism in places like Kandihay, Kadapdapan, Rice Terraces, and Kanumantan Falls provides livelihoods while preserving the environment. So these cases show that biodiversity conservation and community development go hand in hand. So it is a win-win situation. Now, in the last slide, protecting biodiversity protects tourism's future. If we're going to protect the biodiversity, we also protect the future of the tourism. So there are three important parts here. First, the triple value. Biodiversity represents not just environmental health, but a vital economic and cultural resource essential for thriving tourism. The second one, sustainable promise. Tourism that respects and actively invest in biodiversity ensures vibrant experiences and resilient communities for generations. And lastly, our commitment. So we're going to embrace nature positive tourism where conservation and visitor enjoyment thrive together in perfect harmony. So to conclude, biodiversity is a triple source or triple resource, the environmental, economic, and cultural. In the Philippines, and especially here in Bohol, protecting biodiversity ensures not just unforgettable experiences, but also livelihoods for communities. So our responsibility is to promote nature positive tourism where conservation and enjoyment thrive together. Protecting biodiversity today means protecting the future of tourism for generations to come. So when we protect biodiversity, we protect also the future. Okay. So that's the end of our discussion. I hope that you have learned something and don't forget to answer the online quiz. Bye bye.